Greetings, beloved brothers and sisters. I wish to speak with you today about sensitivity. Sensitivity has gotten a lot of attention recently, and it's something that everyone is somewhat familiar with. In one extreme, sensitivity has to do with an overemphasis on feelings, and implicit in that is that no one's feelings should ever be hurt. Consequently, when someone's feelings are hurt, the assumption is that whoever is doing the hurting should stop immediately and should not be allowed to continue. And therefore, the sensitive people won't have to be triggered. On the other extreme is kind of a hostility towards sensitivity, where you're expected to ignore your feelings, tough it out, keep a stiff upper lip, don't be so sensitive. And it's kind of a masculine orientation. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. And you could be made wrong for being sensitive. In general, things seem to fall apart in the extremes. What I'm talking to you about is a particular sensitivity that you have, that's unique to you, that doesn't require anyone around you to be any different than the way they are. It's an ability to sense things and then see if what you're sensing is something that is aligned with who you are. And if so, allow yourself to be with that in such a way that's nurturing to you and nurturing to them. While it's never okay to condone meanness, it's also not okay to demand that other people behave in such a way that you're never sensitized. The sensitivity I'm referring to has to do with knowing yourself so that you are sensitive to when you are centered and when you're not, when you're conscious and when you're not, when you're parked at the side of the road and when you're really flowing. That sensitivity. And then a sensitivity towards others who are in the flow with you, who you will recognize as your brothers and sisters, who are moving in the same direction. Not that they necessarily agree with you politically or have the same beliefs. It's much deeper than that. It's a sensitivity to love and to distinguish when love is not being chosen. Everyone can choose it, but it's not always being chosen. Perhaps self-righteousness is being chosen, or ritual, or rules are being chosen, without a particular sensitivity towards whether those rules still apply, or those beliefs are still valid. This is very important right now, that you, first of all, forgive yourself for being what you might call overly sensitive, and then forgive others for not particularly respecting your sensitivity. It's not their job. But instead, you be sensitive to you. You pick up on when you are in the flow and when you're not, when you're choosing love and when you aren't. You be sensitive to other people so that you see more in them than they're currently showing you. An angry person, for instance, if you're sensitive, will seem like a hurt person, and your response might be quite different than the ego's version of how you should be with them. Let your sensitivity widen so it's more inclusive. You'll be able to sense larger trends in energy than just one-on-one interactions. Tune in to that which nourishes you and nurtures you, uplifts you and uplifts others. Speak to that. Speak to people's highest self, and they will attune their sensitivity to that. See the good where it may be hidden. Be sensitive to that. And be sensitive to your own innate goodness and godliness, regardless of what choices you've made that would seem contrary to that. All of this will align you to the energy of love, and your way will be made smooth. Fear not. Your sensitivity is a good thing, and something that you can be wise about. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon.